by the Finding Sanctuary approach, because I was just in there, and it's brilliant, because you sit at these tables where people have got really good questions. You know, I sent this information in, where is it now? It's the approach. Anything other than this kind of descended from above regulations, you know.
Finding Sanctuary is a project that's working with local people to plan new marine conservation zones for the southwest. It's involving a whole range of stakeholders, from divers to scientists to fishermen to recreational users, to make sure that everybody who uses the sea gets to have a say in where these marine conservation zones should go.
We need a coherent network of conservation zones. Marine conservation zones which are set up based on good science, and where there are the possibilities of having multiple sites to choose from, some of which may impact on other people's activities, we can choose the most rational sites within that.
We have got a unique ability. We can actually see what's there, which most sea users don't have. One of the thrills of diving is where you dive a site and you've got so many different species of fish and other animals, and you're just going from one to another going, wow, look, wow, have you seen that? And you know, something like a marine conservation zone has got to make that much, much better. If you have a favourite place, or if you have a best place, or if you have a place that you really think is worth looking at or looking after, get involved in replying to using the interactive maps, get in touch with the people who are going to be coming around and talking to your groups. Really get involved, because the more we know, then the better the zones are going to be, and in the end the more divers will benefit.
Marine conservation zones could restrict people's activities, so what we want to make sure is that they protect the species and habitats that need to be protected, but in doing so we minimise any impacts to people's activities.
I'm representing the leisure boating industry, sailing, motorboating, down to dinghy sailing, kayaking, canoeing. Try and join in, try and take a part in it, and if you possibly can give any information, if you can help decide what happens where, that would be a good thing.
So what we've done is we've brought together a whole range of stakeholders onto our steering group, which sits at a regional level, and that steering group is actually the group that draws the lines on the maps and comes up with these suggestions for marine conservation zones.
I represent the fishing industry. Well, the best result that can be achieved for everybody is a network of MPAs, because we all believe there's got to be marine protection, marine conservation. But we can't have all these as well as situations. When we first started 4 years ago, it was very nice. We had a very small steering group, and it was all very, sort of cosy. But now we've sort of expanded with so many different people's views that we feel as a fishing industry, we're the major ones to lose or be disadvantaged in any of this, and we feel that we should have a stronger voice, and we should have more of a say where the MPAs should be sited. But saying that, I'm a great believer that one has to be in it to steer it. Now, these MPAs are going to come into place anyway. The government have stipulated by 2012, this is it, we're going to have this coherent network in the order of 24% of the sea area around England. And I must stress, this is an English measure, not a Scottish or a Welsh, but an English measure. And if we're not in it to try and advise where they should be, and move them a few kilometres to the east or west, or not have them there at all, then if they're put in the place where the government in Natural England, JNCC, think they should be, then the fishermen will lose out. But they have to be in it to try and advise and adapt the MPAs to suit the fishing industry.
I think most people are really pleased that marine conservation zones are being proposed and that everyone is being involved in the process. Potentially they could be very, very good indeed if they work in the way that the literature and the organisation is proposing, with a network. You can do something about it. There's an excellent interactive map on the website for Finding Sanctuary. Get onto it, look at it, get involved.
Contribute to Finding Sanctuary for sure. Contribute, and I'm living proof that your voice gets heard. You know, even if you can't be at a meeting like this, when you put that stuff on the internet or put that thing on the email or call somebody, your voice gets heard and it makes an enormous difference.